Dear students, welcome back. Today, let me ask something from you. Have you ever worked on a computer? I'm sure your answer will be yes. Whatever you type on a keyboard, it appears on the monitor screen. Whatever command you give through a mouse can be seen being performed on the monitor. There is a CPU, Central Processing Unit, that controls the functioning of all parts of the computer. Students, when you go somewhere, you may have seen many cars on the road. You all are aware about the different parts of a car like engine, body, wheels, etc. All these parts of a car work under the control of a driver. I hope you have got an idea on which organ system we are going to discuss. Yes, it is the nervous system. Students, in our body, this control function is performed by the brain, which is a part of the nervous system. Nervous system can be thought of as the body's communication system. It constantly receives, records, and transmits information. All the systems of our body are under the control of the nervous system. Without the nervous system, we cannot see, feel, think, hear, taste, or do anything else. The nervous system is made up of millions of nerve cells known as neurons. Neurons are the smallest structural and functional units of the nervous system. Here you can see the structure of a nerve cell, which is also called neuron. It consists of the cell body, finger-like extensions called dendrites, and a long tube-like part called the axon. Students, you know that the neurons are the oldest and longest cells in the human body. The nervous system is divided into two parts. Central nervous system consisting of brain and spinal cord. Peripheral nervous system consisting of nerves. Now we will discuss on each and every part of the nervous system. Brain. Man has the most developed brain among all animals. That is why human beings are regarded as the highest evolved group of animals. It is the control center of our body. It is similar to a supercomputer. It can store a lot of information and can recall that information when required. And you know what is this called? This is called memory. Our brain is present inside a cavity of the skull that you all know. It is called cranium. To protect the brain from shocks and jerks, the space between the brain and the skull is filled with a fluid called cerebrospinal fluid that acts like a cushion. In vehicles like car, bike, etc., shock absorbers work in the similar way to protect us from road shocks like speed breaker, deep pits, uneven roads, etc. The shock absorbers contain spring and oil. You know, the human brain has three main parts. They are cerebrum, cerebellum, and medulla. Cerebrum. It is the largest part of the brain. It is made up of two parts, one on either side of the head. It is dome-shaped. Its surface is made up of deep ridges and grooves. As students, you can see it resembles like a walnut. Yes. The functions of cerebrum. It controls the working of sense organs of our body. It is responsible for thinking, logic, memory, learning, and intelligence. Cerebellum. The cerebellum is also called the little brain. It is situated below the cerebrum. It is smaller than the cerebrum. Functions of cerebellum. It maintains the balance and posture of our body while walking, running, cycling, etc. It controls and coordinates the movement of voluntary muscles. Medulla. It is also known as the brainstem. It is bulb-shaped. It forms a connection between the brain and the spinal cord. It is the simplest part of human brain. It remains active even when we are asleep. Functions of medulla. It controls involuntary actions such as breathing, sneezing, and heartbeat. Now students, let's have some activity. You will be given 15 seconds to view these pictures and write on a piece of paper how many items you can remember. The same we will discuss during our live interaction. Students, I want to share with you some facts on human brain. On average, an adult brain weighs between 1.0 kg to 1.5 kg. The right half of the brain controls the left side of the body. Similarly, the left half of the brain controls the right side of the body. Thus, when one side of the brain is damaged, the opposite side of the body gets affected. Your brain is the fattest organ in your body. It needs a continuous supply of oxygen and blood for survival. A person faints if his heart is not able to send enough blood to his brain. We must get enough sleep to rest our brain. Students, you know, human brain has the capacity to generate approximately 23 watts of power when awake, which can be used to power a small light bulb. Spinal cord. It is a thick bundle of nerves connecting the brain to the rest of our body. It is protected by the backbone. Functions of spinal cord. It helps in the transfer of information between the brain and other parts of the body. It also controls actions that do not involve the brain. Such actions are called reflex actions. Now, let me give you an example on reflex action. If we touch something sharp, we automatically pull away our hand without thinking about it. Such automatic and immediate response is controlled by the spinal cord, and it is known as the reflex action. Nerves. Nerves are long thread-like structures made up of nerve cells. They are like telephone wires which link every part of the body with the brain and carry messages between brain and other parts of the body. They carry messages in the form of impulses throughout the body. The pathway of an impulse is the nerve. They arise either from the brain or from spinal cord. The nerves that arise from the brain are called cranial nerves, and the nerves that arise from spinal cord are called spinal nerves. There are 12 pairs of cranial nerves and 31 pairs of spinal nerves. Students, you know the nerves from the ears and eyes, they give messages directly to the brain. The messages don't go to the spinal cord. Types of nerves. There are 3 types of nerves. Sensory nerves. These nerves carry messages from the sense organs to the brain or the spinal cord. They carry information about the taste, smell, color, touch, etc. Motor nerves. These nerves carry orders from the brain or the spinal cord to the muscles or glands. Mixed nerves. There are some nerves that carry messages from the brain to the muscles as well as send messages from the sense organs to the brain. These are called mixed nerves. Now students, let's have a lab activity that is on brain mapping. Before we start with this activity, we should know what is brain mapping. Brain mapping may be described as the study of specific regions of the brain and the functions they perform. Students, you can see that the cerebrum, which is the largest part of the brain, has 4 lobes. They are frontal lobe. It controls our emotions. Parietal lobe. It controls our sensation, that is reacting to the environment. Occipital lobe. It controls our vision. Temporal lobe. It controls our hearing, memory, language, etc. Students, we will discuss on brain mapping during our live interaction. Now, I hope you have understood the function of different types of nerves. You are also aware that nerves carry messages in the form of impulses or electrical signals. Students, you know how the stimulus is converted to an impulse or electrical signal? Yes, it is converted with the help of sense organs. Before that, we should know what is a stimulus and what is a response. A situation that makes an organism react is known as a stimulus, and the reaction to the situation is called a response. Let me make you understand with a suitable example. When you see somebody eating an ice cream, automatically your mouth starts watering. Here, the sight of an ice cream provides a stimulus, and watering of mouth is the response. I hope you have understood what is stimulus and what is response with the help of this example. Information about the environment is received by organs called receptors. Humans have 5 receptors referred to as sense organs. And students, you are well aware of different sense organs in our body. Sense organs are our windows to the outside world. The way in which impulses travel through the nervous system and help us respond to stimuli will be explained with the help of an example. Let's take the example of a cricket match. Number 1. Receiving the stimulus. It is the first step in coordination. Suppose a fielder in a cricket match sees the ball coming towards him. Here, ball is the stimulus and the eyes are the sense organs that receive the stimulus. The eyes convert the stimulus into nerve impulses that travel to the central nervous system through sensory nerves. Number 2. Processing the message. The brain interprets the message and accordingly prepare the response. Number 3. Transferring the response. The response prepared by the brain has to be transferred to the organs called effectors, for example muscles or glands. This is done through the motor nerves. In the case of cricket match, the brain sends out messages to the muscles of the hands and legs through the motor nerves, instructing the fielder to move and catch the ball. The route taken by impulses in response to a stimulus is shown on the screen. You can see that sense organ converts stimulus into an impulse. Sensory nerve carries impulse to the brain. Brain then interprets the message and prepares the response. Motor nerve carries messages to the muscles or glands. I hope you have understood the mechanism of response coordination. That's all about the nervous system